All right, friends, not much has changed today in regards to the chart. However, I just want to bring your attention to what's happening at the moment. Again, we still have the thinker. One of the things I want to just bring to you is that every year from the 1st until the 21st, we move through the pressures. And they're always going to be the same because the mandala is a fixed asset. It's a fixed aspect as well. So we move from the 58, the 38, the 54, the 61, 60, and then we land into the 41. And when we land into the 41, that's when we know when the Rave New Year begins. We're still here in the 61, and it's creating this beautiful thinker. And again, this is a contemplative aspect that I'm bringing to you in this 21-day practice, as we are day 15. And happy birthday to another one of my sisters today. And on this day, it is really the movement is just basically the moon aspects. We went from the 50, now we're in the 28. What I love about the 28, that preponderance of the great. So what is it that, we're pondering in this big game? Because it's a game player. We are game players. We are in this game. And are you on the sidelines? Are you actually in the game? And the ability to preserve individual integrity through opposition to detrimental forces. This aspect of trying to avoid any kind of challenge or hardship, that is not. And, even I will tell you that the Bible actually also indicates this. There needs to be a little bit of challenge or struggle in the life so that we can really gain our own integrity. We can gain our own individuality in that, and we can be disciplined enough to stay truthful to who and what we are. So as we move through the pressure sandwich, and next we're going to go back into the 60. And we know that in that 60, we have also had Pluto sitting there. So again, Pluto and the sun are going to bring this beautiful aspect to us where we can radiate truth and transformation, and we can learn what the limitation is that's within our design, within our lives, and then lean into the transcendence of it. And that transcendence begins with recognizing that you are the decision maker in your life. It is 100% your responsibility to stay truthful to your decision making. And you are always deciding whether or not you will engage with whatever is being presented to you. It's always a choice. And inside of that, what I help my clients do is recognize that the reactionary aspect of the defensiveness of our mentality will always keep us locked into a limitation. And you can look at limitation however you want to. Maybe it shows up in your bank account. Maybe it shows up with your friends. Maybe it shows up in your family. Maybe it shows up with your coworkers. All of these things can take place. And the limitation strictly is this capacity for us to not pull out of the reaction, the defensive reactionary. And once we're disciplined enough to lean into our own decision making, now all of a sudden we can sit with this game player differently. We can recognize the transitoriness of power and influence. There's a transitoriness. There's a transitoriness to everything. And what does that transitory mean? Well, when you lean into your decision making, you get to move moment by moment through a place of power and influence in your own reality, So again, the journaling practice has been very interesting because there's been so much of this innocence here, the perfection of action through uncontrived and spontaneous nature. And of course, if you're emotional, what is that doing? What is that energy doing? Is it trying to force you to be spontaneous? Or do you have the patience to watch the innocence flow through you? The second gate is that relativity as the primal base through which any response is determined, the root of action. So when we're leaning into this, what action are you taking towards your direction in life? Did the direction happen by default, or was direction happening for you through decision making? And again, I'm going to throw out there, because we have the 28 here today. I talked about it a lot yesterday, but purpose is always working through you. Even in those moments of frustration and bitterness and anger and disappointment, there's still the aspect of your purpose leaning you in, so that in those challenging moments, in those moments where there's resistance, what is the resistance? That's what you want to lean into. What is the resistance? What's going on? What is the internal decline or the internal suffering that's going on? Are you being pulled away from your principles? What are you not identifying with? Again, I'm just giving you keynotes of today. You can ask all kinds of questions to yourself every single day and journal about them, and just lean into the recognition of the difference between reaction and resistance, and decision making, and this ability to, I don't really want to say glide, but there's this sensation that you're just moving with the decision making. When you move with the decision making, there is this deep space of quietude of mind, perfection of just showing up. There is this ease. There is this ease. So again, we are in the 15th day of this practice. Look at the pressures. Just look at the pressures. See where the pressure maybe have been taking you off your game, versus showing you that there is fuel available. Again, it's your practice. Do as you may. Today is the 15th. We start our mentorship on the 17th, and I look forward to seeing you in there. All right, friends, have a wonderful day.